I've got some breaking news.
This is Brickhead Boy Toy Reviews, and here we will have a double review. From Woma, I got these from AliExpress for $21 each, but total $30 because there was a promo going on. I took advantage of the sale, so I got 2 tanks. So on this side we have a French Leclerc, and here a South Korean K2 Black Panther. Starting with the Black Panther, let's open it. So there are bags 1, 2, and 3 with your instruction book. And let's see, I don't see any stickers included, so might be printed. No speed build. Let's build this and the other one. And here are the 2 tanks complete. There is your K2 Black Panther with 2 minifigs, 2 weapons, and a walkie-talkie. Spare parts with your brick separator. And you saw that I had a really messed up piece here, which I had to use a Lego piece to replace that. And also there is 1 track link that is broken, but it comes with 2, so 1 is, I guess, a spare. And on this side here is the Leclerc, your 2 minifigs, couple weapons, and no walkie-talkie. And of course, you have your spare parts. There are 2 extra track links as well, which I used 1 each for each side because the tracks were too tight. So I had to loosen these, and it rolls a bit better. So before we review these individually, let's take a look at them together. So the minifigures are almost identical. On the left is the K2 Black Panthers, and on the right is the Leclercs. You can see that the camo is a bit different. Uniform's the same. And also the helmets too. The camo is a bit different. And of course, the facial expressions on the K2 Black Panther are a little bit similar, whereas on this side you have one that's has his teeth showing and one is just has a lip showing, so not too similar. So I like to point out too that versus Sluban, the pieces here are not scratched at all. Very shiny, looks very good, neat, smooth, and the printing, it's no stickers, so you can see the printing. Even the camo too, it's all printing. Very, very good. Unfortunately, while building these 2, my fingertips hurt because I had to apply so much pressure on putting the pieces together. So, yeah, you have to put a lot of pressure. But afterwards, I mean, the pieces stick well. It's just, you have to put more effort versus Sluban or Lego. So now let's take a look at these individually. Instruction book is nice and compact, and you open it up, it shows you the inventory of pieces. I like that. Of course, there's another side too. Easy to put together. Here's the back of the booklet. Now the tank itself is very detailed. I like the armor on the sides, on the side skirts. On the back you have more printing too, and your lights in the back. You have a couple fuel cans and your smoke dispensers. Also on the front too. I like that printed piece, very good. Machine gun on top, and another printed piece. So your cannon cannot depress, but it can go up. And your other function, of course, 360 rotation of the turret. Couple hatches opening and closing on the top. And you do have small hatches here to put your kimchi. Yeah. And take out the turret. That's what it looks like. And of course, two. Let's see if this works. Do have, I could open it. Okay, I found a better way to open it. Just take your pinky and do this. There you go. So you do have an interior with a console. Haven't tested it if you could put a minifig in, but you also have this part here. And voila, you have somewhat of an engine. Test out the tracks. Good. Other side. Roll somewhat. Feel like it's getting stuck somewhere. So there's your minifigure, and let's see if we can close it. Yes, he goes in. Take him out. Put the turret back on. And nice, you could put your two minifigures on top. Now let's take a look at the other one. Starting with the instruction book. Same thing, you have your inventory pieces, and of course you have your ones that are printed too on there. And the back of the instruction, your Leclerc. Love those printed pieces. And camo as well. You do have a couple tools on the front, pickaxe and shovel. Of course, a couple antennas, some fuel cans in the back, your lights, your engine, a couple hatches. And I think that came out too far here. Your machine gun, and your primary weapon. So of course, you get your basic functions with the main gun going up, but not going down. And then your couple hatches, turret, rotating, full 360. And of course, since I added an extra track link, it rolls a lot smoother. Just be aware that this front part, if you push it too far, it'll prevent the tracks from rolling. So you gotta leave a little bit of clearance. There are some nice pieces. These here and that's cool. Got a couple little hatches that open in the top. If I could get them to open. And there you go. Now let's take the turret out and look inside. You have this that opens up. To put your minifig in. And you do have this too, which opens to revealing your engine. Minifigure can fit inside, however, you cannot really close the top because his helmet sticks too much in, and that's what happens if he goes all the way. So I recommend taking off his helmet. With a couple hatches, you could put your minifigs in. However, they have to be in standing position because there's not enough room to sit down. So before I conclude my review, there's a couple of things I want to point out, which first I missed. The barrel is not that stable. There's this piece here, comes off easily. And I added the stud piece. Without it, it's even worse. So I took out the piece, and this is what the instructions show you to do. And all you got to do is just, it comes off real easy. So with this studded piece, it is a little bit more stable. And the last thing, let's do some comparisons. So for size comparison, here is Woma and here's Oxford. Both K2 Black Panthers. Which one do you think is more accurate? Apparently I'm missing the back piece for the Oxford one, but here's the back. So who did the K2 Black Panther better, Woma or Oxford? Leave your comments in the comments section. And I would compare this to the SY Leclerc, but I don't have that with me. It's somewhere in a box or thrown away. I forget which one. Anyways, let's conclude this review. So, Woma. I bought them before and they've evolved a lot. The pieces are a little bit better than before, but their minifigures keep changing and changing to the point of inconsistency. So these two tanks, definitely worth it for me because you can't beat $15 a piece. That's a steal. So I don't know how much each is going to be not worth it. $30 I think is pushing it for each of these. Maybe $20, $25 would be a decent price, but $15 definitely worth it. The minifigs I forgot to mention are okay. Printing is good, but some arms are too tight, some arms are too loose, and the torso and legs don't stick together too well on a couple of these minifigs. But they're just generic, they're okay. There's pros and cons with these, and there's more pros and cons. The pros being the printed pieces. I didn't mention this too, but I like this piece. Those are awesome pieces. The camo printing. What else? The pieces are shiny and not scratched. The only drawback with Woma are, of course, the pressure you have to apply to put the pieces together. Hurt my fingertips, and they're actually sore by now. But the end result looks good. What can I say? It's decent. It's Brickhead Boy. Thanks for watching.